working on a Simplex steam locomotive. This is part 34, making a hinge pin for the smokebox door. Checking that the chimney and dome are in perfect alignment before attaching the smokebox to the smokebox saddle. Drilling mounting holes in the smokebox to match the existing holes in the saddle and enlarging these holes to take 7 BA bolts. Filing the lower hole in the smokebox to prevent it rubbing on the exhaust pipe. I'm sure that once upon a time I did have a hinge pin for this engine, but for some inexplicable reason it's got lost, so I'm going to make another one. In this clip I've fitted a piece of 1/4 inch diameter silver steel into the chuck. The first centre drill was a bit too big, so I changed it for a smaller one. Because I'm going to be turning a long thin part, I need to centre it so I can pull it out of the chuck and use a live centre, as you see here, to support it while I turn it. And to turn it, right or wrongly, I'm using a parting tool, after first applying some cutting lubricant, which is superheater steam oil. This sticks to the work and you don't really get a bad finish. I'm doing a lot of things wrong here, I know. I just want to get this thing made and fitted. It's convenient to use the parting tool, but I should really have moved it in a little bit in the tool holder. But it seems to be working. These video clips are running at double speed, but really I should also have increased the speed of the lathe spindle. Once I turned this piece of 1/4 inch diameter steel down to 1/8 of an inch, I reduced the end of it, which I purposely left too long to accommodate the centre. By using the wrong size centre drill to start with, I really had to remove a lot of this because the point of the centre drill had gone in too far. Normally, if I built a locomotive from scratch, I would make it so that the smokebox saddle, which is a substantial gunmetal casting, fits snugly between the frames. Then I would mark the position for the bolts to hold the saddle to the frames. I would drill the saddle for the bolts, but I would drill them tapping sizes for whatever bolts I was going to use. In this clip I'm undoing the union nut that holds the steam pipe to the superheater. Now you see why I don't ever work on 3.5 inch gauge stuff, because my hand would not fit in the smokebox. As I was saying, I would drill all the holes in the base of the smokebox saddle and thread them, and by using just 4 bolts through the frames into the saddle, I would bolt the saddle firmly to the frames. Then, making sure that the chimney was perfectly aligned to the steam dome, I would use Loctite 603 to stick the smokebox to the saddle. Then all I would then have to do is drill through the saddle mounting holes where it meets the smokebox, and they would all be perfectly aligned with the holes in the smokebox itself. I don't know what it says in the book, but in the case of this engine, there are just bolt holes into the saddle, with nuts behind the bolts, an area that is very difficult to get to fit nuts on the end of any bolts that are underneath the saddle. This next job I'm not looking forward to, so I'll show you this instead. This is one of a pair of steam chest gland nuts that I remachined and showed in a previous episode, but I'm not happy with them, so I think as a special feature I will show how to make this type of gland nut. I'll make 2 of them and show them in a Model Engineering for Beginners episode. I really do wish I hadn't made the smokebox ring such a good fit in the boiler. I'm having to tap the smokebox with the hide side of a soft hammer. A soft hammer is essential. A steel hammer will badly damage the edge of the smokebox. I've put a piece of mahogany underneath the boiler to support it while I get on with the job. I'm using a centre punch to make centre pop marks on the marks that are made using the scriber. And I do know that errors are going to creep in here. My eyesight's not as good as it used to be, and I don't think that the holes in the smokebox saddle itself were in perfect alignment to start with. I really am not enjoying this job. I've been putting it off for a while. These holes are to take 8 BA bolts, which are very small bolts, so I'm drilling them with the relative clearance size for an 8 BA bolt. With all the holes drilled and deburred, I've fitted the smokebox back in position. While I was doing this job, I noticed a problem with the steam pipe. It's been rubbing on the hole in the bottom of the smokebox. I need to change the shape in the hole in the bottom of the smokebox. And the best tool to use to correct this problem is a coarse half-round file. And luckily the round side of this file hasn't had much use, so it's sharp and cuts the brass very well. To finish the job off and make the entrance to the smokebox very smooth, I used a drum sander in my Bosch electric drill. I didn't have to do this. The filed finish would have been adequate, but I like to do the jobs properly. While I was doing this job, I was thinking about the other one, and I decided to enlarge the holes in the Smokebox saddle and the Smokebox to take 7 BA bolts. The 8 BA bolts were strong enough, but they just looked stupidly small. The next job is to mount the snifting valve in the side of the Smokebox, starting with refitting the Smokebox in the correct position, making sure that the holes in the saddle line up with the holes in the Smokebox. I need to drill a hole 3/8 of an inch in diameter, or maybe just slightly larger, to accommodate the snifting valve in the Smokebox. I arrived at the position by measuring from the front of the Smokebox to the edge of where the thread was on the snifting valve inside the Smokebox. I marked the position for the snifting valve, but then I corrected it slightly by eye by looking at it from the front. Then I removed the Smokebox once again and drilled a hole which is 1 imperial size bigger than 3/8 of an inch in the side of the Smokebox. This is the original ring that secured the snifting valve. What a strange arrangement. I think I'll make a new one. And here we have it. I can't fit the Smokebox yet, it needs painting first, but at least all of the bolts fitted, well, eventually. This is definitely not the easiest job that I've ever done, and I was glad when it was over. And that concludes the episode. Stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my main Steam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.